and pediatric since 1 month, and shortness of breath on exertion since 3 years, and pain in the epigastric region since 15 days, fever since 1 week, which is low grade intermittent type, dry cough since 3 days, which is not associated with cold or chest tightness.
Can you show us her abdomen also at the same time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Abdomen and other general examination without the face. So any of the UGs has made her log?
Not yet, sir. We are gonna allot one UG for this case, sir.
No, none of the UGs know about her.
Not yet, sir.
Okay. So you'll have to allot it to UG.
ఉంచు 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 ఒక్క నిమిషం ఉంచు ఉంచు ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగు ఒక్క నిమిషం.
So what is happening? She seems to be having a big umbilical hernia.
Yes, sir.
And the umbilical hernia appears to be gangrenous. I mean, is there a strangulation?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Why
Okay,
is
okay,
she-
అయిపోయింది ఏం కాదు.
Huh? Is it because of the pain there?
Yes, sir. Pain, sir. Pain.
Yeah, but in the morning she didn't have any pain. Neither did she have this hernia.
Yes, sir. She's having pain now, sir.
So this looks like it may be a strangulated hernia. I mean, in the umbilical area, you can see some blackish changes. So get a surgical opinion quickly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because that can happen sometimes. And when it becomes gangrenous, then suddenly it will rupture and all the acidic fluid will come out altogether. That
Okay,
happens.
sir.
Burst abdomen, because of this umbilical hernia rupture. It has been known to happen. So better get a quick surgical opinion. So
Yes, sir.
what she is having is severe ascites, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So have you tried taking out fluid?
Yes, sir. We tried, but she's not cooperative, sir. She's moving, so we couldn't get fluid, sir. We'll try it again now, sir. We're gonna try again now, sir.
No. What is there to cooperate? I mean, you just have to put a needle and it will come out.
Yes, sir. She's moving, sir. So
Hey, if you should have told me in the morning, just put in a needle and it will just keep coming out, isn't it?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'd actually tried it, sir, but she was actually moving, so we
So
couldn't do it.
why is not happening? We need to know that. And any ultrasound you have done
Yes, sir. Ultrasound is done, sir.
to look at this
Which,
status?
yes, sir.
She's having a lot of pain.
Yes, sir. She has a lot of pain.
What is this? What?
అమ్మ లేపు కొంచెం లేపు కూర్చోబెట్టు.
So since when is she having this pain? In the morning she didn't have.
No, sir. No. She just have it now. She's having body pains, sir. She's complaining of body pains.
What is it you are trying to show? I mean,
Ultrasound, sir. Ultrasound
huh?
report, but ultrasound
Ultrasound
report,
report,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just tell us what it says.
It shows gross chronic ascites and decreased liver size with irregular surface margins and altered echo texture, query cirrhosis of liver, gallbladder wall edema, and raised
Okay,
echogenicity.
so it's clear that she has got cirrhosis of liver with ascites.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean,
And mild splenomegaly also, sir.
so clinically, how did we make that? I mean, we knew that she was ascites clinically. We're looking at the fluid thrill, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
how did we know that it was a liver disease? Because
She,
she also had jaundice.
yes, sir. She has been jaundice, sir.
She also had jaundice, and very similar to the other cirrhosis of liver we presented yesterday, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So she had all features of the same patient, I mean, similar patient, and she has got pallidema. So it was a very clear cut cirrhosis of liver
Yes,
with
sir.
ascites. Now, added complication that you are now showing is that she has got an umbilical hernia which seems to be strangulated. So that's why she's having the pain. And there is some gangrenous change also, from whatever I could see from the video. So you should immediately get a surgical opinion. See
Yes,
the
sir.
surgery pages would be there, and let them plan something. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
what will you do for the pain till then? And how come
Uh,
she's not in pain in the morning? Since when is she having the pain?
Yes, now sir, I'm like, she went to the washroom and she came back and she's complaining of pain, sir.
Acha, when was that? She came back from the washroom.
Yeah, just 5 minutes back, sir. Some
5 minutes
5 minutes
back.
only, sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
pain is just 5 minutes back.
Yes, sir.
Something seems to have happened there. Okay, let's get a surgical opinion and see
Yes,
why
sir.
she is having the pain. And maybe you'll have to examine her properly. Yeah, ask her to point where she is having the pain.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Where is she complaining of the pain right now? Which place?
She's complaining of body pains right now, sir.
Body pain.
Yes, sir.
So it's not an abdominal pain.
No, sir. No, not abdominal pain. She's complaining of body pain.
Okay. Body means which part?
All over the body, sir. She's telling she has pain in the back. She's sleeping all the time. So I asked her to sit for a while.
She, she had a pain in the back.
Yes, sir. Back pain.
But she had it earlier.
No, sir.
Only since 5 minutes she is having.
Yes, sir.
Can you show us the umbilicus again? I mean, where are you? Are you in that place or somewhere
Yeah.
else?
No, sir. I'm with her only.
Show us this umbilicus again properly. And she seems to be quiet now.
Yes, sir. She got up and she's vomiting, sir, now.
She's having
Rashmi, Zofar picture. She's vomiting, sir.
vomiting. Okay. So
One
maybe
Zofar.
it was an abdominal pain. Just clarify whether it is abdominal pain and distension and vomiting. Could be again suggesting intestinal obstruction. Hmm? What is this?
నొప్పి ఎక్కడ చూపించు నొప్పి ఎక్కడమ్మా నొప్పి చూపించు ఎక్కడున్నా
She seems to be having a sudden intestinal obstruction, which was not there earlier. So, what
Yes,
could
sir.
be the reason? Is it really a strangulated umbilical hernia or what is it? Need to examine.
నొప్పి వస్తుందా పడుకుంటే లేకపోతే కూర్చుంటే కూడా వస్తుందా ఆ. వాంతులా కానీ నొప్పి ఉందంటుంది అమ్మా ఇది చూడు ఎక్కడ నొప్పి చూపించు కడుపులోనా ఆ. ఎప్పటి నుండి మాట్లాడాలి I'll get a surgical opinion done, sir, now.
Huh?
I'll get a surgical opinion. She's complaining of abdominal pain also, sir.
Yeah, why don't we examine the abdomen and see
Yes, sir. ఒకసారి పడుకోమ్మా
if she can?
పడుకోమ్మా
Because surgical opinion is to do surgery. I mean, right now at least we can diagnose it.
అది
Nobody else with you, Mansa and all? Yeah, this is really looking bad. This umbilical hernia. Was it like this color? Color was like this only earlier?
yes, sir. From morning it's the same color.
It was like this. Has
Yes,
she,
sir. When I was doing a tap also, it's the same
has
color.
she been having these intermittent episodes of abdominal pain earlier?
No, sir. Earlier she didn't have any abdominal pain, but if she's sitting, she's vomiting, sir. She's having nausea and she's
She
vomiting.
has been having vomiting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the color looks. This seems to be more brownish, blackish. Yeah, you can share it in the group, this picture. So the others
Okay.
can also see the morning picture. But yes, why should it be this difference in the color? And ask her if she has been having it. See, now she is quiet,
Yes, sir.
which means the abdominal pain has come down. So,
అమ్మా నొప్పి ఎప్పటి నుంచి నొప్పి ఎప్పటి నుంచి అమ్మా అడగండి
so it
ఇప్పుడు
is
నొప్పి
possible.
ఎస్ సార్
Hmm, so it is possible that she is having this intermittent obstruction because of intermittent strangulation. through the umbilical hernia, the intestinal loop is coming out, and she's having the pain, obstruction. Again, the intestinal loop is going back. Of course, the skin coloration would basically indicate something related to the skin. So difficult to explain it why the coloration is like that, why there is this boundary, a demarcation.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so let's get some inputs from others as well there. So you know that she has got a cirrhosis of liver, she has got this ascites, and we know ascites can have this complication of umbilical hernia, and sometimes the umbilical hernia can become gangrenous and it can burst, and the
Yes, sir,
entire
yeah.
content of the ascitic fluid will come out. So this is one of the things which is possible here. We have to get the history to see whether she has been having this intermittently earlier as well. And so, what is your plan for her? So as
We put her on syrup lactulose, sir, and
yeah, what?
we put her on like she's having a fever spike, sir.
Huh?
She's having even fever also, sir. So fever spikes are there, intermittent.
Oh, what? Fever spikes. Okay, she's
Yes,
got
sir.
fever. That's a virus. కన్నీసార్లు ఇది పెట్టండి కన్నీసార్ లేదా విజయలక్ష్మి మ్యామ్ పెట్టండి రెండు పెట్టండి ఇది నా maybe can you take a picture of those two? Then we can just share it in the group. Yeah. So your plan? Basically, you have to treat the ascites, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Critical. You cannot do
Yes, sir.
anything with cirrhosis of liver. Nobody can, other than liver transplant. So all you can now do is palliate the ascites, just like in the other man. Now in the process, you may find that she may be having SBP because you're saying she has got fever spikes. Do you have the fever chart to show us? Fever chart plotted?
Yes, sir.
Not plotted? Huh. Okay, a little bit of two dots. All right. So
Even it's okay.
let's do the acidic tab quickly. What is wrong with the acidic tab?
We're getting it done, sir, now.
Yeah, I think what you should do is you should get it done right now so that we can also see how you're doing it, all of us.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Because
Yes, sir.
even the UGs have been doing it. Many UGs are here who have done the acidic tab. And some who haven't yet.
Yes, sir.
So,
We'll get it done, sir.
yeah, ask the sisters to prepare for doing the acidic tab. No
Yes, sir.
other PGs there with you? What about Mansa and others?
Full
Mansa?
connection. Sir?
Huh? Mansa was there, supposed to be there, no? You-
Mansa, she went down, sir. I think she went to Bangalore office.
Okay, but who else is supposed to be there?
I have my intern, sir.
Interns.
Yes, sir.
Okay, make the interns do the aside tab. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, show us the others. Okay, Sai Charan, shall we go to the COVID ICU? Till what you do is, is there any other patient you need to ask us questions or give us any fresh inputs? Do the UGs have any questions on the other patients? They already know who others are. The COPD patient, how long is she going to be here? What happened to the HIV patient? The other
She
HIV.
left, we referred her to higher center, no, sir. Well, like, not higher center, but we referred to a center where,
Huh?
we referred her to the center, no, sir, other center.
Yeah, the other HIV lady went, and this lady is also HIV positive, isn't it?
Yeah, she is the positive one.
One with ascites. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so what about the other man? There was another stroke patient whom
Yes,
they.
sir. He is doing fine, sir.
Yeah,
We
and
have the
there's
video, sir. And like,
another patient with alcoholic cirrhosis, very similar, and
yes, sir.
SBP, spontaneous
Yes, sir.
bacterial peritonitis, which we are treating with cefotaxime, and his fever is coming down. Can you show us the fever chart?
Yes, sir.
We could have shown or updated it today in the group so that they would have
I'll,
known
uh,
it
I'll
already.
update it now, sir.
Yeah, so this is his chart, which is showing that the fever is touching down. I mean, going down. The overall amplitude is coming down. Isn't it? Okay, fine. So yeah, try see so that the person who is managing this e-log can update it. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
So these are the 5 patients we have, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What about the CRF patient and with diabetes and basically yeah, UTI currently UTI with pyelonephritis? He's
He's
still
doing fine, sir. He's doing fine. Yesterday we have given one more sachet of phosphomycin.
uh,
His counts have come down to 16,000.
and then the other patient with long COVID
He's still there here, sir.
who initially
He's,
had acute psychosis.
no, sir. He's complaining of SOB, but on Ruga it's coming to 92, sir. 92.
Yeah, so he's doing well
He's doing well, sir.
on Rume, but he's from time to time complaining of shortness of breath and cough, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And what about the COPD patient with hypercapnia?
She's doing fine, sir. Today's PCO2 is 52, sir.
52 with after
Uh,
ventilation.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is she on regular ventilation continuously?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Now without oxygen, I can show you her stats, sir.
So what happens to her PCO2 after you stop the ventilation? Yeah, and right now she's not on
Yes,
uh,
sir.
oxygen flow also.
Yes, sir. She's not on anything, sir, right
So
now.
she's always maintaining a chronic hypoxia,
Yes,
which
sir.
is of course not good for her because this will lead to pulmonary arterial hypertension, which
Yes,
she
sir.
already has, and this will only exacerbate her pulmonary hypertension, isn't it?
Yes,
If
sir.
she has this chronic hypoxia for a prolonged duration. So what can we do for that? We can give a long-term oxygen therapy. This is a big problem in COPD management. A person with COPD having chronic hypoxia, and not only that, she's also having chronic hypercapnia. So hypercapnia again will need ventilation. So how much time can you make her normocapnic, and for how long can you permit hypercapnia? So yesterday we had this question about permissive hypercapnia, and nobody responded. Nobody followed it up in the group as well. So what have you learned about it yesterday? I mean, did you read about it,
No,
or has
sir.
anybody else read about it?
I didn't read about it, sir. I'll do it today.
So has any of the other UGs have read about it? Yes, any of the UGs? Can we see them?
లేదు వేరే ఏమని తప్పించు అంతే ఇప్పుడు చేద్దాం గాజ్ బటాడీ అని పెట్టు ట్యాప్ చేసేద్దాం గాజ్ బటాడీ ఐవి సెట్ ఒకటి 3-way క్యాన్లో పెట్టచ్చు బాటిల్ ఉంది కదా అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా కన్సర్న్ తీసుకో మళ్ళీ కన్సర్న్ ట్యాప్ 3-way అక్కడే ఉంది
Yes, we had raised this question of permissive hypercapnia. So, what about the UGs? Has anybody read yesterday? And nobody shared it in the group, actually. Not sure why. Yes, Vamsi, have you read it? Is Vamsi there? Vamsi, did you read it? Permissive hypercapnia? Yes, anybody can hear us. Are we
Sir,
audible?
it seems in some studies it had shown that permissive hypercapnia is having a kind of protective mechanism in the lungs, in mainly in patients of ARDS. it has shown a reduction of mortality in some cases, sir. But it seems that permissive hypercapnia cannot be encouraged in a patient who is having an adjoining high intracranial pressure because it might be detrimental for them.
What about COPD? What about this patient?
Sir, what I had read up in that, they were basically mentioning the advantages or the benefits of it if we are handling a patient of ARDS, sir. It is said to be kind of protective in them.
So you mean to say that it has never been um, talked about, or it is not relevant in COPD at all?
I'm not very sure about that, sir.
Okay, I think then we'll have to go into COPD and permissive hypercapnia. Like you see, many of these chronic lung disease patients, let's not even say COPD, any chronic lung disease patient who has got a reduced lung capacity, is not able to expand properly. Uh, so that's why it's not able to wash out the carbon dioxide properly. So what happens if they retain carbon dioxide? What are the side effects? Or if at all, can we let it be? Because this is a lady who we are having to ventilate because of her hypercapnia, which also says hypoventilation. So what is the outcome of this ventilation? So Sachikala, can you tell us what happens to her when we don't ventilate her, and why are we ventilating her?
Without ventilation also she's doing fine, sir. But
Yeah, what is she doing fine?
she is not tachypneic or she's not complaining of shortness of breath or anything, sir. It's completely normal. She's doing her activities, regular normal activities.
So you mean to say, so when you, if you wouldn't have ventilated her, she would be complaining of shortness of breath.
Yes, sir.
So that shortness of breath is because of what? Is it because of
You,
hypoventilation, carbon dioxide retention, or is it because of increased airway resistance? And in that case, how would the ventilation affect her airway resistance?
okay.
You need to know that. See, the
Yes, sir.
only thing which we can tell you is that she came in altered sensorium because of high PCO2. I mean, that's the impression we got when she came in initially. And once we started ventilating her, do we have a relog? Once we started ventilating her, then the altered sensorium is better now. She is in normal sensorium for quite a few days because the PCO2 is better. So we have correlated her sensorium with the PCO2, and we haven't correlated anything else with her PCO2 and hypercapnia. Not the dyspnea also. Not even the shortness of breath. Pedal edema, facial puffing is again because of pulmonary arterial hypertension, isn't it? Which will happen because of hypoxia. So, and hypoxia have we addressed? We have given her some oxygen, um, and you are not able to share as to how long she is normoxic, or in a 24 hours, like yesterday, day before that, how long has she been normoxic? That means completely normal oxygen saturation. How long? Because every time at 2 to 4 when we discuss her and you show us the saturation, she is not on oxygen and the saturation is 88. So is that just for, when we are seeing her at 2 to 4, or is it like all the time it is 88? Which means she is hypoxic all the time. So we need to know that. So how would we know that? If you share it with us, if you share the charts with us, is anybody monitoring her SpO2 hourly or anything? She's in the ICU. That's what we need to see. I mean, that's the reason she's in the ICU. Yeah, Sashikala? How can it be? It must be working. I mean, I can see the internet is working there. It is working. See. Huh? Acha, her Wi-Fi is not working. You mean to say Shashikala's internet is not working? Huh? So she is out of the meeting? Acha. Okay, anybody else can say that? Anybody else can show us the chart of this patient? Other than Shashikala, who is there? Yeah, we need to see her daily charts of how much of oxygenation she is maintaining, or even PCO2. We need a kind of a chart showing the PCO2 and oxygenation, isn't it? How do we do that? I mean, why can't we do that? It must be there in the ward, all those charts, isn't it? She can even take some pictures and share it, the charts. Well, we just need to see the charts, daily charts of her SpO2 and PCO2. Of course, PCO2, again, you can't see it often, maybe once a day, ABG. So it'll just tell us one representative sample. That too depends on when you are seeing it. If you have given a ventilation, then you are seeing it, it will be low. And if you would have seen it after not giving ventilation. So we also need to know how long is she getting ventilated and how long is she getting oxygenated. At least tell us this much. Yesterday, how long was she ventilated? From what time to what time? Because that will give us some idea of her hypercapnia or hypoxia. So whenever she is getting ventilated, she will not be hypercapnic. So how long will she pull on like this? Apparently, even if we are ventilating her for a shorter duration, she seems to be doing well for the rest of the duration. I mean, she's not going into altered sensorium like she had come with. Can you show us what she had come with earlier? Huh. Come down. 30 days. From 2 days, she was having shortness of breath. So essentially, shortness of breath progressing. What is this? Huh. Yeah, it's a bit going here and there, isn't it? The history. And then 2 days. So all has culminated in the 2 days before her admission. Shortness of breath, drowsiness, even decreased urine output. But is the urine output now okay? Was her creatinine all right? Huh? Why doesn't all of us know about all the patients? Yeah, show us the creat. Where is the creat? That is also not normal. Have we repeated it? We must have. See, we need to know her intake output daily, though that chart. We need to know her oxygenation daily. How long are we oxygenating her? What is the SpO2 during that time? What is the SpO2 when we are not oxygenating her? How long is that? How long are we ventilating her? What is the PCO2 after ventilation? What is the PCO2 before we are not ventilating her? We have to know all that. What we have here is just that day when she came. What about the daily updates? So even the UGs and PGs, everybody has to know that we have to follow up our patients daily. I mean, when you just see the patient and you are keeping it in your brain, it's not helping anyone. It has to come up here in the central repository. Otherwise, how will others know? Like right now, we are completely dependent on Shashikala. Nobody else knows about this patient. Isn't it? So where is she? Or would one of you like to go and uh, do this part? I mean, Sai Charan will have to manage the COVID ICU next. So Chandana, will you iron this out? How is it possible? I mean, they may not have made a chart, but at least they have the data somewhere. Date-wise, huh? Yeah, so just once, the entire day once. So what is the point of knowing about the patient? I mean, keeping the patient there. We need to know as to daily how long has she been oxygenated? How long has she been ventilated? This much should be there. How is it not possible that we won't know? She's in the ICU 24 hours. And this is so important. Huh? Huh? So Sunday and Monday, Sai Charan is saying she was on BiPAP all the time except when she was eating meals. Okay, so that is Sunday, Monday. And as a result, what was she subjectively? What was she objectively? Subjectively means? Subjectively, she was okay. Objectively, what about her PCO2, SpO2? PCO2 on Monday, Sunday was 50 to 60. And that PCO2 is obviously because she was all the time on ventilation, so it would have been representative of the entire day, isn't it? Okay, I think Soumya will have to make a proper chart depending on all the values that we have. And basically, it's not about the PCO2, SpO2, it's also about how much time she had been oxygenated and how much time she has been ventilated every day. That's a very important data. So, shall we go to the COVID ICU? Yeah, let's move there.